One and all, Ryker Eve here. This video was supposed to be the origins of LGN and how it came to be, but unfortunately, Mac has yet to get back to me 3 weeks later. So instead of that, we're gonna do the origin story of how you guys got your editor. For those of you who don't know, I am your current editor on the LGN channel. I'm not even the main character. It's you guys. You guys are the main characters of LGN. The LGN YouTube is for everybody. I take your videos and I do magic shit and put it up on the internet. That is my job. But enough about that. Let's go back on how all of this started. So back in, I believe, 2020, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's 2020. I was going stir crazy from being cooped up in the house, which is a shock to many because I don't leave the house. Like at all. I'm not a very social person, and I struggle with basic communications at times. So, me going stir crazy inside of my own house is saying something during the lockdown that COVID did to basically all the world. So I basically went back to my tried and true method of socializing through gaming. You know, I played Destiny 2, I played Destiny 1, I played Division and I played Division 2, and Titanfall 2, among a whole bunch of other games. During one of these days, I ran into a good friend of mine at this time called Ice. So I was playing Division 2, and I really wanted access to the clan vendor, which had some pretty spicy rolls of things that I wanted, but I couldn't get because I was mainly a solo player. So I asked if I can, just get into the clan real quick, buy what I wanted, and then get out. She did me one better. She invited me to the clan and then invited me to Discord, where I then met the likes of Mac and a whole bunch of others. Now, it really started off when I started streaming on Twitch instead of Mixer at this time. For those of you who don't know, Mixer was the Microsoft brand of live streaming before they sold it to Facebook. You guys could look up that history by itself. That is hilarious of what happened. So during this time, Mac asked me if I wanted to help people get set up on Twitch so that it'd be easier to get content out through YouTube for their current editor, which was at the time LGN Griff. He did the YouTube editing thing before me. Now at the time, since I was their only expert on how to set up a Twitch channel besides from Ice, I said sure, why not? That seems like an easy job to do, and I did that. That is all a lie. I said no because I didn't want to be responsible for every single person's streaming ethic and all that. So he made a bet with me. He says, I bet you that I can get half of these people over to Twitch and then you'd be the Twitch department head, making you in charge of all these guys. I said, fine, let's try it. I took the bet and I regretted it, because not even a week later, Mixer shut down and then got sold to Facebook, which means that all the streamers from Mixer now had nowhere else to be and is now going over to Twitch to make their own channels. Go ahead and laugh. I'm so over this bet. But don't worry, it gets better. So later on down the line, they saw the irrelevance of me being the head of Twitch streaming, and so they asked if I wanted to step down from the role, which I did. Sometime later during one of my streams, the clan was playing Battlefront 2, and we decided to do some Ewok hunts. So, I was streaming, and then I pulled the footage and started editing it. At the same time, I also had another edit that I was doing on my old Mac, and then I put them both up on Discord. This was a huge mistake. Mac saw my videos and then hit me up not even an hour later, asking me, hey, you want to be the YouTube head and be our editor? I told him no straight up, because I knew what it took to edit, and no one else really did it besides Griff and Quantum at this point. Quantum was my assistant editor whenever I was out of commission. So he kept bugging me about being the YouTube head. So I made a bet with him. I said, I will be your editor if my PC can even handle the upload of these 2 videos up on your channel. So he gave me the credentials to his channel and I was in. Then I prayed that I wouldn't be able to put up these 2 videos on the channel. Suffice it to say, I lost this bet as well. I then became the LGN YouTube head. I was in charge of YouTube. I did not want this position for many reasons. One, I knew it would take up a good chunk of my day, and I won't be able to do what I loved all that much because of this task. Because you guys gotta know at least this part. Even if I am not the one streaming and putting up the content myself on YouTube with my footage, I still have to take your recordings and then edit them down. And I had made it a requirement that none of you did more than at least 2 hours. That was the max I was willing to edit down at the time. But then something interesting happened along this journey of mine of being YouTube head. So during some time, Mac had to take some time off for family. I won't go into details, but during that time, I decided to take time off so that I can recharge my social battery. I am not a social person, so this battery charges slowly, and I like my alone time a lot. So I was gone for so long that a few of the other heads decided to kick me out because of 2 reasons. One, I wasn't there, and 2, they didn't like I was filtering out some of the jokes that they were saying on stream, and then I didn't put it up on YouTube because I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I decided not to put up that part of the content up. So they decided to kick me out of the clan, and I wasn't any of the wiser. Sometime later, Mac came back, saw what happened, and then immediately begged me to come back behind the other clan's heads, for which I came back again to this role that on one side I like and the other side I just do not like at all. But that is it, guys. This is how you got your editor right now. I am your editor for the YouTube channel of LGN66. Anyway, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day and a good night.